back to the channel. Welcome back to Daily Porcupine, the ultimate Kotoko fan channel. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Today, we're talking about the 5 things we learned from Kotoko's 2-1 victory against Nsoatreman FC. That's Seydou Zebo's first win of the season. That's in the Ghana Premier League, obviously. We drew our first game against House of Oak the weekend, and we played our standing game yesterday, and we played 2-1. And we want to talk about the 5 things we take away from that particular game. So if you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. So let's get into it. The first thing here is that Yusuf Mubarak is a very good player, and he will be missed if his injury is actually serious. Now, we saw that the defense was kind of solid. You can see how he commanded the defense in the first few minutes he played until he got off injured. Now, coincidentally, when he got injured was when Richard Boedu dropped back and gave the pass that led to the Amankona penalty. But I think after that, the defending was not as commanding, even though Andrews Appeal tried very well, came in, played very well, showed that he has some potentials in him and all that. But you can tell that the defense missed the presence of Yusuf Mubarak, especially in the second half when Nsoatreman started pushing and adding pressure to the defense. If his injury is serious, I hope it's not. We're definitely going to miss him, since he's arguably one of the, if not the best, one of the best centre backs in the Ghana Premier League. That's the first thing I noticed, that Yusuf Mubarak is very good, and if he's going out, Kotoko are going to miss his services. So the second one, obviously everyone knows that Stephen Mukwala needs time. We can see that he adds more to the game, his passes, his positioning, and also his ability to drag out defenders to create opportunity or spaces for other attackers is something that we should look at. All those adds, to the performance of a player, not only goal scoring. Obviously, we need him to score goals, but right now he's trying his best, making the runs, making the positional stand. Like, he's putting himself in good positions for the passes and all that. But the only thing missing is the final touch. That's the decision making and the final touch. I think if he perfects that, he'll be unstoppable. We have seen that he puts himself in several positions to receive passes, several positions where he can score the goal, but the only thing is that he's not taking it. And as a striker, a lot of people will criticize you for that. Understandable. So I think if he perfects that aspect of his game, he's going to be unstoppable. So I think Stephen Mukwala needs time to perfect that, coming into a new country where they speak different language, and, a new league, a new different kind of football, a new different kind of, playing surface and all that. To take time, you get used to it. The number 3 one is Zeze. Serge Eric Zeze is a very good player. He's one of the best players so far in the Ghana Premier League. I was not surprised that he was the man of the match in that game. He created so many chances that if all his, the passes he had laid, if they had taken the opportunity to score goals, he would have had like 3 or 2 assists in that game against Nsoatreman FC. He's definitely one of the best players in the Ghana Premier League at this point. And I think Kotoko fans will forget about Fabio Gama soon, because this one is quality, strength, vision, technique. Everything, he has it. And in 2 games or 3 games we have seen so far, we have seen a glimpse of quality. Imagine the performance you put out when he gets very, very comfortable in the league. So I'm predicting good things. I'm predicting huge achievements for Serge Eric Zeze. He's one of a kind, and I hope he stays fit and give Kotoko fans the performance that everyone wants him to put out. So far, he has been a very good signing. I think the people that are in charge of recruitment should be proud of themselves, because is a good buy. Number 4, no squad depth. Now, we saw Mensah. I don't know. I think something Mensah came in second half to replace Amankona. We've seen that Kotoko have quality players last season that can, come from the bench, change game, either to defend, to score goals, or to create assists. We saw it last season, but we haven't seen anything like that so far. Three games into the season, we don't have squad depth. If an important player, that's the first team player, gets injured, I think Kotoko is going to struggle this season. We all know the history of injury on the course of the season, We hope it doesn't happen again this season, because we know that if it does, then we are in a big trouble, because we don't have a lot of players. We don't have the squad depth. We don't have a lot of quality players that can, win the league for Kotoko. Right now, I don't think, apart from Fuege that came in, I don't think we have much people on the bench that can come into the game and change the game. You can see the other players have been in, or say Bonsu, the Mensa guy. They look like amateurs. They look like players who are scared, who the pressure is too much for them to hold, or to withstand, because right now we can see that the squad depth is not there, and I think it's something that they should work on. The last one I want to talk about, that's the fifth one. Fifth thing I learned in that game is that Amankona, he has a lot of promise. Like, he's promising. He can actually score a lot of goals, create assists, and help the team ultimately if he keeps things simple. Steven Amankona can improve. I can tell you that he has shown several glimpses of improvement, but he needs to keep it simple. He needs to stick to the basic. If you get the ball wrong, your player is there, you pass the ball. Your player taps in, simple goal. It's not every time you get the ball you want to shoot. Every time you get the ball you want to shoot. We've seen him in several positions where it's him, a striker, or a winger with other two defenders, with the two defenders going against him. All right, pass to the free guy to take a shot or tap in. No, he goes for shots. He goes for shots. Sometimes he contemplates too much and make the wrong decision. That goes for other players, but I'm singling out this particular guy because after he signed for Kotoko, there was so much hype about him or around him, and people were talking about how he's going to help the team. He scored his first goal for Kotoko through a penalty yesterday. He was fouled and it was brought down. He scored a penalty. That could be something, or an incident, or a particular goal that will, fuel him for the rest of the season, that will motivate him to score more goals. But if he wants to do that, if he wants to achieve that, he has to keep it simple and try to communicate and partner with his fellow players. If he does that, definitely Steven Amankona is going to be one of the best players this season. So I think he has a lot to give out. He can improve only if he keeps it simple and try to play with his teammates. That is all I got from that particular game. I would like to know your thoughts. What other thing do you think you learned from that game against Nsoatreman yesterday? I would like to know your thoughts. I was very happy with the win, still unbeaten, and 4 points from 2 games. Good, especially if the first game is House of Oak. We have King Faisal on the upcoming weekend, or in our next game. I think it's going to be interesting to see, and we hope we win that game to get 9 points. All right, 7 points from 3 games will be good. So we need to beat King Faisal at the Mubarak Stadium in our next game. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Put that in the comment section and tell me what you think. I think that's all for today. If you haven't subscribed, do that and hit the notification bell. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.